Hello, Soul Tribe. Welcome back, loves, and welcome to Tarot Talk Live. My name is Catherine, and I am the host of this channel, and we are going to get right into it. And as I promised, we are coming back with another message on Nancy Guthrie. And previously, we discussed what did we discuss? We discussed the who, okay, of the issue. Who knows who knows, right? And so we looked at all the aspects of what it is that Nancy, knew about specific individuals, whether it was those that arranged this crime that has taken place, whether it was those that actually assisted or took part in this crime, or those that were simply aware of what was taking place or had awareness of what happened to Nancy. And so tonight we are going to be looking at where. Okay, we're going to be focusing on the aspect of location. Okay, whether it is a physical location, right? And then also, I want to take an in-depth look into where will they find Nancy, and if they find, will they find remains, and where will they be? Okay, so those two very sensitive questions we're going to be looking at. Also looking if they will find her takers and where that will be located, where they will find the people that are responsible for taking Nancy. And also, you guys, last but not least, where is the FBI focusing their search right now? Okay. Where is the FBI focusing as far as location or even a specific residence, area, state that comes into mind? Where are they focusing right now? Indoors, outdoors, what aspects around where? All right, so starting with the first question, let's get right into it. And we're going to be looking at True Emotional Oracle. Okay, True Emotional Oracle. And I would have taken that, but I hadn't even asked the question yet. So, first question: where is Nancy physically at right now? Okay, so it says DNA and fake news here. Give me more, please. And then we have not happy in the reverse. Okay, so where she is, she's in a place where she's happy now. She's with DNA. There's energy of with other people that she's related to. Okay, that is what I'm picking up on when I'm seeing these two cards. She's with DNA. She's in a place where she is now very happy. She is in a place where she feels happy. Okay. I'm going to, and underneath here we have wish. Okay. So wish fulfillment, and we have married here. So this also can represent being at one with the Father, with Spirit. Okay. That is my take on it, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go ahead and pull from another oracle deck here. Look at our Spirit Shield oracle deck and see what it says about where Nancy is physically. Okay, that one popped out. It says new hobby in the reverse. Healthy habits, mental energy, physically fit, artistic talent, new social group, and anxiety relief. New social group, new hobby. So she's in a place where she's doing things that are familiar. It's almost like an energy of being around a familiar place, things that she's used to, perhaps even as throughout her childhood. So she could very well be in a setting where there are ancestors around, people from her childhood. Okay, tell me more about where Nancy is located right now. And it says food here. Okay, being fed, better eating habits, dieting, drinking more water, balanced meals. So in a place where she has no hunger, and I feel like there's a sense of being in a familiar place, being with family. That's like the centerpiece of any family gathering, right? Is having food. But more on a deeper level, in a place around those that she's familiar with, but also being fed. When you're being fed, you are being given what you need to sustain you or fill you. So being filled up, being filled. Okay. Under the deck here, we have protection and we have children. So there are children and there is protection where she is. Okay, these are attributes. This is the energy around where Nancy is located right now. There's ancestors, there's food, there's protection, there's children. This must be a beautiful, beautiful place and a wonderful place to be. Could you imagine just being in a place where, just your grandchildren and family and friends and feeling safe? What a wonderful place this potentially could be. Speaking of right here. So don't cry for Nancy, but do cry for those that were left behind. And you can cry for maybe what she has gone through, but also be comforted in knowing that she is not in a place where she's not happy anymore. That has ended, and she's at a place where there's new life. She's been reborn. With this pregnancy here, that is an energy of rebirth. Y'all, come on now. Come on through here, Spirit. Give me and those that are viewing a clear picture. And this is absolutely beautiful. Do you understand? Wish fulfillment in marriage. Do you understand? That is what she obviously wanted when she left here, was to be with her loved ones, her family, any children that may have passed on. Okay, but so yes, absolutely gorgeous here. All right. Wow. So let's pull a couple more oracle messages here. Okay. Sorry, folks. Alrighty. Okay. Give it a little bit of a shuffle. All right. Where is Nancy physically located right now? Where is she at right now? Where is Nancy Guthrie right now? It says lightning, power, sudden change, okay? Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. She has been transformed at lightning speed. This happened very quickly. And addiction. So this talks about being codependent. All right. Being codependent. Also an energy of some sort of a block or a restraint. But I'm getting there is a sudden transformation, but being codependent. So completely codependent on something or someone else. The dragonfly under the deck, being lighthearted, finding out things coming to the light, adapt, changing, and healing. So being in a place where there is light, where there is transformation. Once again, you have transformation coming through, and we have kisses, right? So I feel like an energy of being welcomed in by a source that you and that Nancy is codependent on, that could not survive and even be where she is without this. And also very loving, very comforting. You know what I'm saying? When you think of someone blowing kisses, this talks about unconditionally loving someone. Okay? It literally says unconditionally loving here. Okay? So this is letting me know she is in a place of unconditional love where there has been a sudden transformation. She was absolutely codependent on this source of light that she was brought into and transformed and welcomed in. That is absolutely gorgeous. I can't even tell you right now. I really just cannot. It just brings my heart. It brings me some peace. It brings me some peace. It really does, because this was terrible. Absolutely awful. I can't even imagine it. So many nightmares I could only imagine. But I would want anyone to look into the situation and just what can you come up with? But I definitely would be praying to God. Jesus would be my only refuge. I couldn't count on anyone but him. No one at a time like this. And myself, I would be out there myself. Okay. I wouldn't count on the law enforcement. I wouldn't wait on them. I would be following up on leads. I would be doing the most. I would be admitted for exhaustion. So we have the Page of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Lovers here. Okay. So the Page of Cups in the reverse. This is all about being emotionally disappointed a bit. Okay. Your cup is upside down here. Okay. And when it was in the upright, there's an energy of being very excited, being very happy, really not really paying much attention to anything because of how excited you are. There's an energy of this is in the reverse, and we have Lovers. So this is also a energy of being with a soulmate, but there's also some disappointment around this because there's an energy of some sort of commitment, or also perhaps other ties that are this person is bound to. So when it says addiction and when it says lightning here, I'm getting an energy of everything that Nancy was connected to, everything that she was, dependent on has changed absolutely in in a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? It's like lightning in a blink of an eye. It says that in the Bible, and it just represents a bigger picture, you know, for everyone. You know what I mean? It's like something that happens all of a sudden, and upheaval is sudden, not expecting it, but now that it happened, she's completely codependent on the Father, on Spirit, on God, okay, to transform her and to give her the unconditional love that she desired her entire life, right? With wish here in marriage, right? Like all of her wishes instantly came true at the blink of an eye. That's what I'm going to say has happened here. That is what the energy is telling me and showing me here with this. Page of Cups in the reverse. Again, it was disappointing. It was sad. It was not the way she wanted to be brought into, back to her soulmate, back to her husband, back to her love, back to her family, back to her roots, her ancestors, whoever it was that she unconditionally loved. Okay. Under the deck here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So again, this is all about nurturing. It's all about caring. Who does she care for? It's all about being comforted and feeling that sense of nurture. You know what I mean? And look, the Chariot, right? So this is all about taking a trip or going somewhere, visiting somewhere, and going to a place where you feel loved unconditionally. That Queen of Pentacles definitely represents that. That's that mother figure. And you think of unconditional love, you think about that mother energy, that maternal energy coming through from the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so that is just very compassionate, very loving, and there is some sort of travel or going to some place where you can get this unconditional love. And this is the place where she, I feel, is located. Okay, beautiful, beautiful question, and even more of a beautiful answer. Okay, so moving on. Where will they find Nancy's takers? Okay, so focusing on the energy around those who are responsible for taking Nancy away. Where are they located? Where are they? Where will they be found? If they are found, where will they be found? Where are they located? Okay, so, okay. So we have true colors here, and we have spiritual. True colors, again, this is an energy of being seen, okay, for who you truly are and what you truly are. That mask is off, being revealed, right? And then we have spiritual, chaos, ego, death, downward spiral, and spiritual awakening, okay? This could be, you may be able to find this person at a church. You may be able to find this person at some sort of going through some sort of a spiritual awakening because of the things that they have done. I feel that because of the awareness that this person is going through, they are literally spiraling right now. They're going through some sort of an emotional spiral. They're waking up to what they actually have done, and I feel that there's an energy of perhaps even going to some sort of spiritual gathering or place to try to release some of that negative energy or chaos that this person is feeling from the weight of what they've done. Under the deck, look, mirroring. I look at this. This is someone who is looking in the mirror, and it's almost as if they can't even deal with what they are seeing back. So they need to clean up the image. They need to fix how they are feeling or what they see when they look in the mirror. They don't want to see themselves as a bad person. So they're literally spiraling right now, and they're going through some sort of a spiritual awakening all of a sudden because they need to remove this negative energy off of their heart and mind. Workplace affairs, see, they're working. I feel like there's an energy of this person is literally going out of their way, right, to try and do things to remove this negative image. True colors, okay? Again, representing how this person is being seen or being looked at, right? So they're going to be at a place where you would least expect someone who would have done such a heinous thing to be located, okay? And again, a couple places is a place of, worship, a place of, spiritual, spiritual, has some sort of a spiritual connection, like a church, or, even going to the pastor's home. If you know the pastor personally, that may put this person at a bit of ease with themselves to the point where they are able to now look in the mirror, right? They are now able to look in the mirror, but it's going to be they're going to have to work really hard to remove that negativity off of their own brains about what they have perhaps done. Perhaps what they have done. And they're trying to deal with that. It's going to be a lot of, this person's going to have to work really hard to try to clean up this image. And that's where you're going to find this person doing something to try to clean up their image. Look at this. We got assets and we have future. See what I mean? This person is very concerned about what they can do to make themselves look better in the future or for others. Okay? They're going about trying to manifest good feelings, good thoughts towards others. So this may even be an energy where this person has money. Okay? Sorry. It's like this fruit fly or gnat is like, thought it was going to disturb my reading and I didn't let it happen. So sorry, guys. Okay. So assets and future, and under the deck, we have looks. See, it's all about how things appear to others, okay, and image and well-being. See, they want to look as though they are doing well, but we have attack behind the scenes. So again, I feel there's an energy of this person is going through some personal issues, and within a month time, so they're going through some sort of a personal, I feel like, attack. It could be that they feel like things are getting close to the wire or they're getting close to being revealed. So again, they're perhaps even planning their future. This is someone who is going to be at a place maybe where their assets are located, or where they have assets. Do you understand? Some sort of property this person may be located at, or maybe thinking about going. So there's an energy of within a month, it says here. Okay. within a month. And again, we've got spiritual coming through again. So we have spiritual coming through twice here. Do you see spiritual here? And look, we have that. And this is all about this chaos. This is attack. Okay. This is all about this chaos. They are spiraling because of what they have done within a month's time. Within a month's time, there's an energy of something going down. Okay. Looks and well being. Again, they're focused on how things appear to others, right? True colors. They want others to think that everything is all good. Okay. But it really is not. Let's look at the tarot messages here. Tell me about the location of the takers. Well, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. That Knight of Wands is an energy of moving quickly, coming in, being very rebellious. So definitely attacking, or an energy of someone who is very reckless, someone who, is very hot tempered. That is also a thing. So this could also be an energy of somewhere where the temperature is hot. Okay. So you may find this person in a place down south or in the southern region. Okay. This person is standing on the stairs here, bottom of a stairway. And then we have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups here. So when I see the Queen of Cups, it's all about healing, someone who's very compassionate, someone who is also very supportive of others. So there is an energy of perhaps this person being in maybe in a house or in a setting where they're taking care of other people or they're living with others. There's an energy of definitely being around others, okay? Taking care of others, living around others. This person is on the bottom step. So there could be also an energy of a home that has like an upstairs and they live on the lower level. There's an energy of this person is on some sort of a lower level of a place where people are being taken care of or they're taking care of others. Under the deck, the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is all about someone who is taking care of themselves, also perhaps even taking care of others or providing for others. But this is someone who's independent and doing very well. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is all about doing well financially. Doing well financially. That Queen of Cups, taking care of others with the Knight of Wands. This is also giving me hero vibes. So someone who is taking care of others, responsible for others, someone who has money or someone who has came into a lot of money, and this has happened seemingly overnight. Very interesting here. With that Hermit, this is also an indication that this person is kind of behind the scenes. They're kind of behind the curtain. Do you know what I mean? It's like this person is under the radar. or at least they feel like they are under the radar. And they feel with the Six of Wands that they're successfully under the radar, and that like they're the only person that is aware of what is taking place. There's an energy of feeling as though they have gotten by without being seen or noticed or anyone even paying attention to them. So they're sitting in a place where they feel confident, where they're tucked away from others, where there is some sort of there's a level of having some access to money all of a sudden, and they're they think that they're doing well. Okay, so they're sitting in a place where they think that they're doing well. We have the Six of Pentacles behind the scenes, if that means anything to you. But I will say that there's a level of they think that they know things that the other person isn't aware of or that others aren't aware of. Okay. So there's like, it's almost like sitting at an advantage. Okay. So wherever these people are, they're going to be found in a location where, and it also could be hot. There's an energy of being watched, or an energy of they think that they're getting away with it, but they really aren't. So, which takes me to the next question. Where is the FBI focusing right now? Now, this could be at someone's home. This could be in another location altogether, outside of the home, away, far away, at a distance, traveling, out of state, boundaries, on an island. You tell me. But where is the FBI focusing their search? Where is the FBI focusing their search? So it says free, and we have love, hate in the reverse. Under the deck, we have too late, and we have ghosted and secret. And behind the scenes, check ass. Okay? And fake busy, okay, with GPS. So this is all about location, but I feel like there's something specific about where they're looking and focusing now that it's almost like, damn, we messed up before. It's not, it could potentially be too late to try to get evidence from this specific source or location, because this is one that we were already on and we walked away from with ghosted here. It's all about off and on, hot and cold, and detached. And right here with too late, it's like, did we wait too long? Did we sit on something that we already were aware of? And now with secrets here, it's like, is there an energy of someone may get away with something because of things that we didn't do right the first time? And with this jackass card here, it's like Clown Central, and an energy of trying to fix things that maybe someone jacked up earlier in the investigation. So the FBI, I feel like, is focusing situation of where they're seeking in places that they were right on top of, but the powers that be that were in control of this investigation failed to follow through. Okay, with moving on, letting go, loving you, and free. It's almost like they're focusing their situation on people that are now pretty much running around free. With love, hate in the reverse. Do you see what I mean? It's like when this is in the upright, when you have love, hate in the upright, that's like an energy of, you know, two very strong emotions, right? And I also feel like there's some confusion going on with that energy, okay? There's some confusion going on with that energy, and there's some sort of an extreme. So I feel like the love hate situation comes in when you're talking about Nanos and that police department that unfortunately had to deal with his direction, because they probably would have did better without him. And then also the aspect of the FBI coming in and wanting to do their thing, and not being able to because they're having to follow the lead bird. Which with the love hate, I feel like in the midst of all of this going on, unfortunately, this has come into play, and people are feeling comfortable and confident that they may be free, right? But with fake, busy, and GPS, I get a very strong indication that the FBI is smarter than a fifth grader, and that potentially they know exactly what the hell they're doing while everybody else is looking in the other direction, which is exactly the way they want it right now, because now that things are heating up, didn't I say that? But heating up with that Knight of Wands. Now that things are heating up, they want the nosy rosies to go somewhere else, because they need to ramp up their investigative efforts without people going in and jacking up the investigation. I'm going to tell you right now. And even on a small scale, I don't care if I have 5 viewers, one of them could be someone completely key and relevant to the case. And or there could be someone who is a bad guy who is watching, and it could be very, very slim chance to none. But the chance that I could potentially be a thwart in any investigation, I would never, and I would never forgive myself. So I don't want that. But I'm just saying. And that's just not me being, ridiculous. That's just me being like, there are chances. Okay. I know we're a small channel. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow, you guys. Please hit those like buttons, y'all. It means the world to me. And it means the world to me that you guys are even here and listening to these readings. So thank you. And I appreciate it so much. Okay. But those like buttons are everything to me right now, and to the growth of the channel. Once we get to 100 subscribers, I am going to go live, do a free watch party, and I'm going to be doing some free giveaways, some gifts, some readings. We are going to play some trivia. We are going to do all kinds of fun stuff. And then I will give you guys an opportunity. We'll have some question and answer live sessions and give you guys an opportunity to ask some questions, and we'll do our thing. But you have to be subscribed to the channel, and also you guys hit the like button and share to help us grow. All right, so let's move on to more oracle messages here. We're on our last leg of the reading here. So where is the FBI now focusing right now? And we're looking at Spirit Shield Oracle. That where is the FBI focusing right now? So interesting that manifest is the first card that has come out. And you think about a manifesto. They may be focusing things on maybe looking at this particular ransom letters, that they have a very high degree of authenticity to them. And they may be looking at that for more clues, more nuances, and things that don't necessarily meet the naked eye. Okay. So yes, so they may be taking a closer look at things like that they have already gotten, that they feel like is from the person. So even perhaps like the blood spatter evidence that was in the front patio, that was found, the little reddish brown drops that were found on the outside patio, belonging to perhaps Nancy, and looking at that closer, even to see if maybe there's other DNA there, or, just whatever they could see. Any tracks, maybe from shoe marks or things like that. Just taking a second and third and 400th look at things that they already have, because with time here, and it will happen in the near future, being the companion card to manifest, they are hoping that in the near future they are going to find something, and it's going to be from something that they have already gotten. Okay. They're also looking to manifest or find a lead very soon here. And we also have, look at this, y'all. I cannot make this up. Travel in the reverse. Okay. Travel in the reverse. Long distance, y'all. Moving far away. Get away. And this is in the reverse. And what didn't I say to you? I said that they are wanting to get the focus elsewhere so that they are able to move freely, right? You got that? Move freely. They want to be able to move freely in this investigation. Okay. So I get a strong energy of, throwing people off, perhaps. Maybe there's some sort of fake focus on one thing, but while there's another bigger, more concentrated, more quiet focus elsewhere. Okay. Under the deck, we have cleansing. Okay. So their focus is on going through things and doing a second and third and fourth pass to make sure that they got everything. They are going through every single nook and cranny of this investigation, of the evidence, of the things that they already have. I'm telling you right now. So we have new career, and look, reconcile. See, before they move on to any new focus, they are going to reconcile what they already have. It says lovers return and family, y'all. I kid you not. Overcoming. Friendships strengthened, reunions and forgiveness. See, they're going back over all the things that they have already gotten, and they're swiping it till it's absolutely clean, and there is no evidence that has been left behind. They are covering their tracks. We have learning behind the scenes with all of this, because they are, listen, and we've got gratitude. So I'm telling you, I feel like they're going to do this, and they're going to be glad that they did. There's going to be an energy of, you know what, I am so glad of the decision to go back over everything again, because that's what we do anyways. And we always, always, always learn something the second time around. Don't you guys, when you watch a movie, like, I know I watched Friday like 5,000 million times, and I still never saw the part about that person being in the bed laying there when the girl that was on the phone with Ice Cube was just like talking to him about him being out at the movies with some other girl, and she had a whole guy laying in her bed. Okay. So like, this was crazy, and none of us realized this had even was a thing until other people told us about it. We were like, what are you talking about? No. And then we watched it again, and we died, because yes, there was somebody laying there. So craziest thing, funniest thing in the world, but very, very much on point with this situation. All right. And the FBI has unlimited resources, which is why their success rate and percentage is so high, which is why other agencies don't necessarily have the same success rate, because they don't have the resources to focus on certain things past a certain amount of time. They just don't. They can't pay everybody and, to be on everything all the time. They have to be able to know when to say when, unfortunately. And yeah, that's how cases get kind of closed and go cold before people are found. All right, so we have healthy choices here, and we have self indulgence in the reverse here. Okay, so this right here lets me know that the FBI ain't playing. They are not doing this for ego. Their ego is in their success rate. Okay, I feel like that 98.9 whatever percentage rate is of them, convicting, their conviction rate. I feel that because of the wise choices and decisions that they make, okay, because of the fact that they, with self-indulgence in the reverse, give no qualms about ego and about who's being seen here and there. They're not going for any public offices, so there is not necessarily any bias when it comes to solving cases overall. They want criminals behind bars. Let's just say that. And I feel like because of that, that is going to have a huge effect on where things are going. But they're focusing. Yeah, they're trying to make better decisions. I feel like they're going back and they're looking at things that Sheriff Nanos, under his direction, where things were maybe over or underlooked. Okay, and they're overcorrecting. That's what I'm getting. Tell me more about where the FBI is focusing right now. Oh, how did that get in there? This card ended up in here, y'all. It's the Seven of Wands, which is interesting because that is all about standing your ground, protecting yourself, right? Protecting yourself, defending your territory. So the FBI is like, listen, we have got to be able to stand behind that we do, behind the decisions that we make, behind the places that we search and the resources we put on specific things. And we have to be more accountable for that. And we can't just willy-nilly do what we want to do. So they're going back and they're overcorrecting. And they're doing it in an effort to, first of all, solve the case, but second of all, to clear their name. They're not going to go down for being reckless. They're not. The FBI is not. We have palm tree here. Palm tree. This is all about security, being safe, being sure. And it's also about stability and being flexible. The FBI was extremely flexible in this case. They were very, very, very happy to assist and open with their findings when it came to Nanos, whatever it was that was needed. I feel like the FBI gave an open hand to doing certain things. Under the deck, ascending, and coffee cup. See, look, there's an energy of wanting to ascend. We just want information. Coffee cup. This is all about meeting, conversing, getting together, basically, sharing information, right? And with ascending here, this is the mature way to go. This is the grown up thing to do. This is how cases get solved. People work together as a team. They don't work against one another. That's how cases get fumbled. Okay. Tell me about this. Where's the FBI focusing right now? Where's the FBI focusing? Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. So, y'all, we have the Ten of Cups. Friends and family. We have Temperance here. And we have the Two of Wands. They're focusing on friends and family. They're focusing on someone who may want to clear their conscience right now with Temperance. So they're focused on that. With the Two of Wands, there's an energy of some sort of plan. Coming up with some sort of a plan. Trying to figure out what move they are going to make. So this is kind of early stages. But they're hoping that someone, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, is going to want forgiveness or want to clear their conscience. Do I have the right? It's like wrong deck I'm picking up. Under the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is all about negotiator. So they're making some sort of negotiation, or they're going back and forth, perhaps, and having some sort of conversation with others and making everybody pretty much feel welcome, making everybody feel like, they're part of their team. They want to help them out. So I do feel like there's an energy with friends and family here that there's some back and forth that the FBI is doing, kind of playing devil's advocate, so to speak. Okay, behind this, we have divine here. This is right here, Roman numeral 2. So this is going to be our high priestess energy coming through. All right, this is all about knowing something. Being sure about something even though you can't necessarily see. So this person going back and forth, this person making negotiations, knowing that there is something underneath the surface that they can't see. They know it's happening, but they've got to play devil's advocate. They have to pretend like everything is all good, or negotiate with the other person so that so that they don't catch on. The FBI is playing devil's advocate with the person that they feel is responsible or involved. Okay. Y'all let me know how that resonates with you guys, what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, you guys. Make sure you hit those like buttons and subscribe to the channel. Check out my other 2 channels, She Reads Tarot, where I read for all 12 signs, and also Queen Cancer Tarot, where I do have a membership option available. There are 3 different tiers and levels of membership and all kinds of perks to each level. All right. And for every level up that you get, you always get everything in the previous level or levels below. Okay. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Until next time. And I will see you guys back. And we will be getting into what. Okay. We talked about who, and we talked about where. Next, we are going to be focusing on what. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time on Conspiracy Theory. Bye.